And we get a lot of calls, and one of the biggest concerns we're hearing is that workplaces aren't practicing social distancing.
Yeah, another one is that they're not disinfecting when people are sick or allowing employees to work from home. So what are your rights? Channel 9 South Carolina reporter Greg Suskin is live for us tonight after taking that question to an employment attorney. Greg.
And I will tell you, I'm not going to name all the companies I've been contacted about over the last few weeks, but there have been many of them. Workers are concerned about how they can protect themselves on the job if they don't feel like their employer is doing enough. And many of the people who reached out to me were afraid to speak out in public, concerned about losing their jobs, but experts say they have to. In both Carolinas, health officials give numbers of coronavirus cases based on where someone lives, not where they work. Yet we hear constant reports of people leaving work sick or of COVID-19 cases at their jobs. Brad Jordan is an employment lawyer in Rock Hill. He's getting calls too, like one from a woman claiming discrimination.
She was pregnant and felt like she had been singled out because she was an additional threat or a more substantial threat for acquiring the coronavirus.
Some who work in large plants are worried about a lack of social distancing on the job or workers not being allowed to take time off if they're considered high risk for getting the virus. Even at small businesses like a fast food drive-thru, people are working close together, concerned about getting sick. We asked Jordan what rights do employees have to push for action. For some, it won't be easy.
You need to first report it to that employer. Okay, you're going to have to document what you're doing.
Then contact OSHA and be willing to be a whistleblower.
You've got to show that a reasonable person would believe who's in your situation that your health and safety is in jeopardy.
Neither North or South Carolina has issued a statewide shelter-in-place order or closed most businesses. For now, it's largely up to each employer to decide how they'll respond to the virus. If you have concerns, voice them.
With the pandemic, there's potentially a direct threat to health and safety. And I would just encourage people to protect their neighbors and do the right thing.
And of course, if a case of coronavirus is reported, DHEC then will work with that employer once they find out where that person works. That employer is then required to notify workers there and also help DHEC determine other people there at the job that may have come in contact with. If that is not happening, they say report it. Susanna?